A big day in the NBA with a couple big statement wins for teams. The Australian Open has a repeat winner in the women's side, and the men are working on a new winner. NFL's getting ready for their playoff games today. Some big upsets in college basketball, and some records being broken in hockey. Just a few of the things we'll talk about today on your daily sports update for January 27th, 2024. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hope that you're having a great weekend so far. Got quite a few things to cover, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with men's college basketball, talking particularly about the top 25. North Carolina, number 3 in the nation, had a real close game against Florida State, but were able to hold on 75-68. Number 4, Houston, win at home 74-52 against Kansas State. Number 5, Tennessee wins on the road at Vanderbilt 75-62. Number 6, Kentucky, back on the winning way, 63-57 at Arkansas. One of the first upsets of the day, number 23, Iowa State wins at home against number 7, Kansas, 79-75. Both teams are now 16-4 on the season, so a big win there for Iowa State. Number 8, Auburn loses at unranked Mississippi State, 64-58. Auburn drops to 16-4. Mississippi State improves to 14-6. Number 9, Arizona, back on the winning ways, win 87-78 at Oregon. Number 10, Illinois wins at home against Indiana, 70-62. Number 11, Oklahoma, upset at home against number 20, Texas Tech, 85-84. Texas Tech improves to 16-3. Oklahoma drops to 15-5. Number 12, Duke wins on some free throws at the end of the game, 72-71 at home against Clemson. 14th ranked Marquette wins at home, 75-57 against Seton Hall. In an absolute crazy game, the number 15 ranked Baylor Bears lose at home to unranked TCU 105-102 in triple overtime. That's right, triple overtime, 105-102. Number 16th ranked Dayton loses at Richmond, 69-64. 17th ranked Creighton wins 85-62 against the lowly 3-17 DePaul.
Pixar Day at Sea is bouncing back on board Disney Cruise.
Sorry, keep getting ads and I turned them off, but they keep popping up. Number 18 ranked Utah State wins in overtime at Boise State, 90-84. Number 21 BYU wins at home against Texas, 84-72. And in overtime, number 24 Colorado State loses 79-76 at Wyoming. Quite a few games there, and thank you for bearing through that one. On the women's side, number 5 ranked Iowa and Caitlin Clark win 92-73 at home against Nebraska. Caitlin provided 38 points and 10 rebounds. Number 24 West Virginia, 84-78 winners at home against Iowa State. Number 10 Texas wins at home against Cincinnati, 67-50. Number 4 K-State wins by 2, 67-65 at home against BYU. K-State 20-1 on the season, now 9-0 in the Big 12. Gonzaga 73-54 winners at San Francisco. The 17th ranked Zags are now 20-2. And in an upset of the day, number 15 Notre Dame wins at UConn 82-67. Notre Dame improves to 15-4, 7-1 on the road. UConn drops to 17-4, their first home loss on the season. Now, since I'm a UConn fan, I will point out how in this game, Paige Beckers, the all-everything player for the Huskies, struggled from the floor, shot 5 of 17 from the floor, scored 17 points. Tends to be the big struggle there. The team as a whole shot 43%, but only just under 29% from the 3-point line, which probably helped lead to the 15-point loss. So congratulations to Notre Dame, upending the Huskies at home, again 82-67. Mentioned some hockey. Let's go. There's plenty of games. You'll notice there's a lot of games because they don't want to compete with the NFL playoffs tomorrow or coming up later today, so they're trying to get a lot of their games in. The Dallas Stars win at home 5-4 against the Capitals in overtime. Stars improved to 30-13-6. The Oilers win at home against the Predators 4-1. The reason this is big, the Oilers are one game away from tying a record winning streak after winning their 16th straight. The record was set by the 92-93 Pittsburgh Penguins. If you remember those teams, that was before Sidney Crosby. That was the Mario Lemieux days. But it'll have to wait till after the All-Star break, which is coming up next week. As we continue with the hockey scores, the Sabres win at the Sharks 5-2. Rangers with a dominant win, having scored 5 goals in the second period, go on to win 7-2 at Ottawa. Tampa Bay Lightning win at home 6-3 against the New Jersey Devils. Tampa scores 4 goals in the third period. The Penguins in overtime win 3-2 against the Montreal Canadiens at home. The Carolina Hurricanes win 3-1 at home against the Coyotes. The Maple Leafs win on the road against the Jets 4-2. Jets still one of the only teams over 30 wins. In overtime, the Panthers win at the Islanders 3-2. Detroit Red Wings scoring 2 goals in the third period to win 5-2 at home against the Golden Knights. The Ducks win on the road 3-2 against the Wild. The Ducks scored 2 goals in the third period to not only tie the game, but then to take what would be the eventual win. The Flames win at home 1-0 against the Blackhawks. And in overtime, the Canucks scored the last 4 goals of the game to win 5-4 against the Blue Jackets. Now, I noticed I didn't say the first game that came up on my list was the Boston Bruins, my team. They go to Philadelphia and score 4 goals in the first period, go on to win 6-2. Bruins improved to 31-9-9 on the season. Now, when we talked about the Toronto game, when they won 4-2, I did not mention that Austin Matthews scored his NHL-leading 40th goal, the first person to get 40 goals this season, and he now has 600 career points. So congratulations to Austin on that. Those were your NHL scores. I mentioned the Australian Open. Now for the women's side, Aryna Sabalenka went on to win the tournament. She actually won in straight sets and is the now 2-time back-to-back winners. She won there 6-3, 6-2 for her first tournament win of the season. But I was checking out her record, just to give you an idea. I want to give her the props that she deserves. Last year in the majors, she lost in the finals in 3 sets of the U.S. Open to Coco Gauff. In Wimbledon, she lost in the semifinals in 3 sets. In the French Open, she lost in the semifinals in 3 sets with 2 tiebreakers. And, of course, we mentioned she won last year's Australian Open in 3 sets. So congratulations. It was her 14th career title, and again, like I said, the first one that she's gotten this year. On the men's side, they are actually still going right now. Currently, Daniil Medvedev has a 2-1 set lead. He won the first 2 sets 6-3, 6-3 against Jannik Sinner, but Jannik did win the third set 6-4 and currently has a 1-0 lead on the 4th set. So that probably won't be determined until after we go off, so it'll be on the next video. As far as the NFL, just a couple things. Isaiah Pacheco, the running back for the Chiefs, is expected to play against the Ravens today in their playoff game. And something I thought that'd be interesting of note, Kellen Moore leaving the Chargers and going to the Eagles as their new offensive coordinator. Of course, both those teams, both of them dealing with disappointing seasons this year. Eagles, obviously, the year before playing in the Super Bowl, went to basically losing in the first round after starting off 10-1, just crashing for the season. And the Bolts, having just hired Jim Harbaugh from the Michigan Wolverines, apparently are looking to change their staff up a little bit. So Kellen Moore going to the Eagles. In basketball, where there was a ton of games out there and some big important statements made by different teams, and we'll cover those here now. Kyle Kuzma got 30 points, leading the Washington Wizards to a 118-104 win at Detroit. With his 30 points, he also provided 6 rebounds. Daniel Gafford had 15 points and 13 rebounds. And Jordan Poole chipped in 17. For Detroit, they got 30 points from Bojan Bogdanovic and 20 points, 12 assists from Cade Cunningham, making his return. That's good to see him back in the lineup. Fortunately, wasn't enough for Detroit. They were defeated 118-104. The New York Knicks win their 6th in a row, 125-109 against the Miami Heat. Knicks were led in scoring by 32 points from Jalen Brunson, who also had 8 assists. They also got 19 points from Julius Randle and 9 rebounds. For the Miami Heat, they got 28 points from Jimmy Butler. He also had 8 rebounds. Bam Adebayo, 12 points, 13 rebounds. Tyler Hero also provided 18 points. Duncan Robinson, 19, but it wasn't enough. Knicks win 125-109. The Nuggets make a statement and win at home against the Sixers, 111-105. For the Nuggets, 26 points from Nikola Jokic, who also had 16 rebounds and 7 assists. Jamal Murray added 23 points and 7 assists. Michael Porter Jr., 20 points and 8 rebounds. For the Sixers, Joel Embiid did not play this game. And so Paul Reed comes up with 30 points and 13 rebounds. Kelly Oubre had 25 points. And Patrick Beverley, 17 points and 11 assists. But it wasn't enough. Again, Denver wins 111-105. Brooklyn, at the end of the game, pull off a 106-104 win against the Houston Rockets. The Brooklyn Nets were led by Cam Thomas's 37 points. Big night for him. They also got 19 from Dorian Finney-Smith, who had 7 rebounds, and 19 also from Mikal Bridges, who had 19 points and 5 rebounds. For the Houston Rockets, they had a balanced attack. Got 19 points from 3 players. Dylan Brooks had 19 with 5 rebounds. Jalen Green, 19 points with 10 rebounds. And Cam Whitmore, 19 points, 9 rebounds. Alperen Sengun had 15 points and 11 rebounds in the loss. 106-104. Brooklyn, your winners. Utah, big win in Charlotte, 134-122. Utah led in scoring by Lauri Markkanen's 33 points and 12 rebounds. They also got 24 points and 13 assists from Colin Sexton, and 20 points and 10 rebounds from John Collins. For the Hornets, P.J. Washington, 43 points on the night. Wasn't enough. They also got 26 from Nick Richards, who provided 13 rebounds, and Miles Bridges, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Again, not enough. Utah, your 134-122 winners. Milwaukee rolls at home, 141-117 against the New Orleans Pelicans. Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo, 30 points, 12 rebounds, 26 from Damian Lillard, who had 9 assists, 24 points from Brook Lopez, and 20 from Bobby Portis. For the Pelicans, they were led in scoring by Brandon Ingram, who had 26 points and 6 rebounds. Zion Williamson provided 23, and Jonas Valanciunas, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Again, not enough. Milwaukee dominates at home, 141-117. Sacramento, big win in Dallas, 120-115. Sacramento's De'Aaron Fox had 34 points. Harrison Barnes provided 20. Domantas Sabonis, 17 with 11 rebounds. For Dallas, they were led by Luka Doncic's 28 points, 17 assists, 10 rebounds, another triple-double for him. They also got 27 from Grant Williams, a former Celtic, and 8 rebounds. And they got 19 from Tim Hardaway Jr. Kyrie Irving did not play in this game. 5-point loss for Dallas, 120-115. Sacramento pulls it out. Minnesota upset by Wemby and the Spurs in San Antonio, 113-112. Victor provided 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Devin Vassell chipped in 25, and Trey Jones with a double-double with 12 points and 11 assists. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were led in scoring by Anthony Edwards, who had 32 points and 12 assists, 19 each from Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, but it was not enough. Spurs big win at home, 113-112. Now for the two big games with the big results. The Lakers and the Golden State Warriors pull out a 2-overtime thriller in Golden State. Lakers win 145-144. Lakers were led in scoring by 36 points from LeBron James, who also had 20 rebounds and 12 assists for another triple-double for him. Anthony Davis provided 29 with 13 rebounds. And D'Angelo Russell, 28 points to help lead that charge. For Golden State, Stephen Curry had 46 points and 7 assists. 24 points from Klay Thompson, who went 6 of 17 from the three-point line, 9 of 24 overall. Jonathan Kuminga and Anthony Wiggins both chipped in 22 points, but again, not enough, as the Lakers win in Golden State 145-144. And then in the statement win, speaking of LA, the Los Angeles Clippers dominate the Celtics in Boston 115-96. Sorry, trying my best to get that off, and I don't think I did it right. But again, Clippers 115-96. Clippers were led in scoring by 26 points from Kawhi Leonard. They also got 18 points from Daniel Tice, the former Celtic. I'm sure that was good for him. Paul George provided 17 points. For the Celtics, they were led in scoring by Jason Tatum's 21 points. He did shoot 8 of 18 from the floor. Two other players scored in double digits. Peyton Pritchard had 12, Luke Cornett 11. Jaylen Brown, 3 of 13, only had 8 points. And Kristaps Porzingis did not play due to injury. Derek White, in a really bad off night, only had 2 points. And so, again, the Clippers make a statement win on the road, 115-96, to provide the Celtics only their second loss at home. Those are all of your NBA scores. Sorry, took so much to get all those out. To update you on the tennis tournament, Jannik Sinner, who's already down 2 sets, is up 2-1 in the 4th set of the Australian Open for the men. One last thing, if you are a wrestling fan, I did mention on one of the previous videos that there was a big television event known as the Royal Rumble. They did have the event last night. For the women's side, the wrestler Bayley won the women's Rumble, and on the men's side, Cody Rhodes is a back-to-back winner because he won last year and he won this year. And this all leads to their big WrestleMania event, which will be held in Philly right towards the end of March, beginning of April. So, again, those are your winners. Those are your updates for sports for today. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. When we come back tomorrow, we'll have the results of the 2 NFL playoff games. We'll be able to tell you who's in the Super Bowl. We'll have your final for the men's tournament. We'll let you know which one pulled it out and any other sports that may come up along the way. Until then, have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you for watching.